With the release of LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, there are now 4 LEGO Star Wars games, and in this video I will be ranking them from worst to best in my opinion. So before getting into the video, LEGO Star Wars the video game and LEGO Star Wars the original trilogy will be mixed with the Complete Saga, as it's kind of the Complete Saga but it's both of the games combined. So with that, let's hop straight into this video. With the number 4 spot, my least favorite LEGO Star Wars game is The Force Awakens, and this is a little bit of a weird one. When the game released in 2016, I really enjoyed it because it was the new LEGO game, it was a new LEGO Star Wars game, and it was really hype at the time. And it's been several years, it's been a solid 6 years since this game has been released, and the game has not aged well at all. It's really sad because the game brought a lot of new LEGO mechanics, such as the mechanic where you get to hide in cover. That came back with the Skywalker Saga. A bunch of puzzle mechanics, which to be honest, they're kind of forgettable. And this game is a lot of just puzzles because if you didn't know, it's one movie. It's The Force Awakens. It's only one film stretched out to 6 hours of gameplay. So you're playing this one film for 3 times the original movie length. So as you can imagine, as you're playing, it gets really boring because a bunch of the levels are just puzzles and it's really unnecessary stuff. I came back to this game years later and I played it for around an hour or 2 and I stopped because I just got bored. It really just became boring after an hour because every single level in the movie is like, let's just say there's 5 minutes in the movie. There's 5 minutes. This game makes it 30 minutes long. So each 5 minutes in the movie, you're playing for 30 minutes. So it's really boring and slow at the same time. And the levels are really forgettable. This game has really boring levels. Every level that involves the player having to go and get certain parts to build, let's say, the Millennium Falcon, that all is just super boring. The Skywalker Saga also did this, but instead of stretching its levels out for 30 minutes, it's only a one-time thing. This game has like 5 levels where you gotta go and build stuff and it just doesn't make sense. It's really boring, but even with all the stuff I'm saying, there are still some good aspects. For one, the combat in The Force Awakens is actually pretty good. It's probably one of the best out of the whole LEGO franchise. And yes, there isn't any lightsaber combat, and that's a real shame. But the combat is really good. It lays the foundation for the future LEGO games, and it brings elements from LEGO Avengers or LEGO superheroes, and it just blends them together, and it makes for a nice combat system. Now, I prefer lightsaber combat in LEGO games, but now and then a game that does something as simple as hand-to-hand combat like LEGO City Undercover and makes it so rewarding like The Force Awakens does, it's really solid. The combat in this game is super good, and that's really pretty much it. And another thing is that The Force Awakens isn't really my favorite Star Wars movie. Now, this doesn't mean anything for the game, and I know that not all LEGO games are several movies, but this one, I'm not sure if it's the pacing of the game being super slow, but some missions just are so boring. Anyways, with The Force Awakens out of the way, let's get into the top 3, and I will consider all of these next games to be absolutely awesome games. In fact, every one of these next 3 games, I will say, some of my favorite LEGO games. So you can imagine that, yeah, The Force Awakens isn't really my cup of tea, but let's move into the top 3. And in our number 3 spot, this is going to be LEGO Star Wars The Clone Wars, and this game is near perfection when it comes to a LEGO game. It really blends the puzzle aspect and the gameplay aspects, and it blends it together to make something that is so much fun. I've recently played this not even like a few months ago. It's legit been a month or 2, and already I can remember nearly every mission this game has, which already is a good sign that the game is good and not like The Force Awakens where every mission is just 30 minutes of just doing nothing. This game actually has fun, replayable, and really awesome missions. This game only has a few issues, and one of these issues is that sometimes you just get completely lost, with the game not really having anything to like guide the player, which I know a lot of the older LEGO games don't have this, but sometimes I just got completely lost. And I know this is a game made for kids, I should know this stuff, but sometimes I just got lost. I had to get a guide up and it was just really annoying, but this game is really fun. The first mission, the prologue, the Geonosian Arena, oh my, this mission is just one of the best missions maybe in LEGO history, period. The whole atmosphere with all the battle droids swarming the arena, and you have to fight Jango Fett, and next minute Master Yoda's coming out of the sky. It's just so action filled. Now this mission alone probably makes this game better than The Force Awakens, but this game also has a lot more than one mission. It has 20 missions. That's right, 20 missions, which every single mission in this game is better than The Force Awakens. And one thing this game nailed is the mumbles. This game is the GOAT of all Lego mumble games. Even Lego Batman, even Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. This game, Lego Star Wars 3, is, in my opinion, the best game that had mumbles. Like, some of these cutscenes will actually crack you up. They're not forced humor. It would actually make you laugh, which is just something that shouldn't really be crazy. It's a Lego game. It should make you laugh. But this game makes you laugh a lot more than some other Lego games, The Force Awakens. Now, if this game had this one thing called an open world, it would be the best Lego game, period. However, it does not have a Lego open world. It has a Lego hub. Now, Lego The Complete Saga has a hub as well. However, the Venator as a hub and the way it was done is not really my favorite hub in Lego games. This is probably one of the hubs that it's memorable. Yes, I remember this hub like it's yesterday. It's a really memorable hub. However, there's so much wasted potential with the Venator. I really wish that we could have gone to the top of the Venator and done some battles, and I know you can technically fly around. However, you have a whole Venator and some rooms are just blank, just nothing. There's nothing you can do. There's a hangar, you can go there and drive around and look at your vehicles, but you can't really use them. You can use them, you can technically fly around this little area, but you can't go and visit other planets like the Skywalker Saga. So when it comes to the open world, when it comes to all of that, this game really just, it's not it. It's not the best. Yes, it's memorable, but it's not it. It's not terrible, it's just not it. To sum it all up, it's a game that is amazing. However, there are some things that make this game a little bit not as good as the next ones, which you can imagine are going to be absolute bangers, which they are. If you have not played Lego Star Wars 3, The Clone Wars, I would definitely recommend you play it because it is a blast to play and it's nearly perfection when it comes to gameplay, puzzles. Like, when you think of the word Lego game, this is legit the meaning of Lego game. Everything in this game is just top tier. Anyways, with that, we are now going to be heading into the top 2, and this was super hard. If the Clone Wars wasn't a hard choice, this is definitely going to be one of the hardest choices I'm going to make. Which game is better? Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga or the new Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga? Both of these games I would consider to be a top 5 Lego game, and also The Clone Wars is probably a top 5 as well, but this top 2 spot is going toward Lego Star Wars The Complete Saga. And yes, this game is just amazing. When you think of Lego game, you think of a game that is really enjoyable. It's a childhood classic. This is the epitome, the meaning of a Lego game. This is what started the Lego games, and this is still considered to be one of the best Lego games in history. And when you play this game, it's pretty clear why it's one of the best. This game has some of the best missions, some of the best mumbles, some of the best Lego anything in any Lego game, which makes no sense, but you get what I mean. And did I forget to mention that this game has a total of 36 missions, not even including bonus missions, which puts this game to be one of the most jam-packed Lego games in history. And everything down toward the combat, to the levels themselves, they're just super awesome. And one of my favorite levels in Lego history is the Anakin versus Obi-Wan fight on Mustafar. This version of the fight is so much better, and it's not even a full fight. Half of the level is you escaping the lava of Mustafar. You're legit teaming up with Anakin, and it already outshines everything I've said before. Every level I've said before. This level, this is Lego. And I know what you might be saying. This guy is blinded by nostalgia, and probably I am. There's some nostalgia that I can't simply let go. This game, for me, is like everything. This game is what brought me into gaming, and it still is a game that I well consider to be one of the best. Okay, let's actually get into the proper stuff. Let's get into the mechanics. Let's get into the levels and everything. Let's just get into it. First of all, combat. This game is what started Lego Combat. It just has a simple mechanic. You've got your lightsaber. You can grab your lightsaber. You can go absolutely crazy, or you can do your ground pound, which is one of the best attacks in Lego history, because as you may not have known, if you ground pound in that animation, no enemy can actually hit you. You're invincible, so you keep on ground pounding and nothing can touch you. This game has a simple level design for each of its levels. Some levels are full on action based, just absolute fun. Some other levels can be puzzle solving, can be trying to get to another area. And it has so much range because it has legit every single Star Wars film, or the original 6 films. The only thing I can say this game is pretty meh on, like when I say meh, I mean it's not that good on, is the boss battles. And yes, this is one of the first Lego games, so you can kind of expect there to be not really too much emphasis on boss battles, but more about gameplay. So I can let this one slide, but it is noticeable. Some bosses are terrible, but it is one of the first Lego games, so you have to keep that in mind. This is one of the first ones that there is. So yeah, moving on. There are also bonus levels. So once you completed the game, just get the amount of gold bricks you need, and you can go ahead and play in Lego City. Yes, that's right. In a Lego Star Wars game, you can play in Lego City. Makes no sense, I know, but it's a thing. You can do it. You can go ahead, and I believe the level requires you to get 1,000,000 studs. So you can go ahead, completely destroy everything, and you can just have fun. You can have fun. This just shows the creativity this game had. This is made purely out of creativity, about wanting to show something that means something. Does that make sense? Probably not, but this game is just pure fun. The cantina is an example of how you do a hub correctly. You have some sections inside the episodes themselves where you can go ahead, chill out. There's also nearly every character in the Skywalker Saga just walking around, just having a good time in the cantina. If you want to go and have a canteen brawl, go outside, just punch someone, and there you go. You have a full Lego cantina brawl. Enjoy that. So yeah, that is why I'm going to be ranking the Complete Saga as our number 2 spot. Okay, let's move on to our number 1 spot. The best Lego Star Wars game there is. The one and only Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga. This game is just fun. Yes, there are some problems. There are some great problems. In fact, there are problems that make this game really bad at times, but there are also good things like the open world, which is by far one of the best, one of the largest, and one of the most insane open worlds we have seen to date when it comes to Lego games. You have the full Star Wars galaxy to explore. You can go to Tatooine, you can go to Hoth, you can even go to Coruscant if you even want to. If you're feeling lonely, you can call in the whole Death Star. You can call it in, you can go ahead, you can look at it, you can even go in it, you can do anything you want. This is open world, and this game as a Lego game just nails it. And there are some things this game doesn't do well on. For one, some of these levels are pretty bad. That first mission in the Phantom Menace, I'm never playing that again. The fish mission, no, it's not that good. However, there are some good missions, like every single space battle mission is just really awesome. This game's space battles are top tier. This game has some of the worst and some of the best things out of any Lego game, period. Now, I'm not sure when TT Games were developing this game if they were targeting 2-year-old toddlers, but replaying this game, you can legit walk around just having nothing on you and you won't die. You really cannot die. Once you get those hearts, those additional hearts, you are invincible. And that mission with the Geonosian Arena compared to the Clone Wars' version, it's just so bad compared to its original predecessor, which really made me sad. This game, I was hoping for an amazing Geonosian Arena battle. What we got is, it's alright, but it's just not as good as its predecessor, the Clone Wars. So that kind of sucked. However, that's okay because we've got nearly every Star Wars meme in existence. You even have character interaction. So when you're playing free play, you can use Obi-Wan Kenobi, you can use General Grievous, and you can do a nice hello there. So it's really good in that way, and that was the worst Obi-Wan impression. Actually, in the comments down below, rate that impression 1 to 10. You even have Anakin talking about sand. He just talks about it. Even when you're playing free play, you can go walk around. He'll just say something about sand. Even Darth Vader says sand stuff. Like, this game, it knows what it's doing. It knows that Star Wars community. It knows the memes. The developers knew that we Star Wars fans love memes, and this game delivers on that. And that's not the only thing I'm ranking this game on. Just letting you guys know, it's not just the memes. It's really fun. And yes, some missions are bad. This game maybe was designed for 2-year-olds, but it's fun, okay? The open world is amazing. The amount of characters you basically have 380 plus characters. Which LEGO game has 380 plus characters? Not even that much. It has even more. What? 380 characters in a single LEGO game. Are you out of your mind? And the amount of stuff you can do. This game, I've probably put in 20 to 40 hours. That is 50% of the whole game. There is still another 20 to 40 hours I have to grind, and the amount of content this game has is just mind-blowing. And honestly, all in all, I'm going to be putting this Skywalker Saga as the #1 spot, because right now, I need a drink. I've absolutely broken my lungs. But anyways, that was the list of all of the Star Wars LEGO games ranked from my least favorite to my most favorite, the best, which is the Skywalker Saga. So if you have enjoyed this video, if you could leave a like, it would really help this video spread to more viewers on the platform. Smash the subscribe button if you want to never miss out on any future uploads. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, take it easy and
hello there.